it's our first session of, entrepreneurship impact of the interview. And we are glad to have our first guest, Charles, here. So before we start the session, maybe I can give you a brief introduction about why we're creating this group. As you may already know, like it's never easy to start an entrepreneurship journey. So because you have no prior experience and also a network. So this is why we would like to start this channel to inspire people and also to encourage people to step out of their comfort zone. So and also we wanted to let each other learn from experience from each other. Yeah, maybe each of you would like to introduce yourself, like why you are here, and last why you are interested to hear Charles sharing here today. Anyone would like to start? Hi, Dinah.
So I guess it's me. Okay. For me, I'm entrepreneurship. To me, the journey is lonely lah. So I'm in this for 7 years. So I want to hear from Charles that what made him, become a boss himself. Yeah, is it because he wants to sack his boss, the previous boss, or perhaps he has another reason that everyone started this journey with different reason. Maybe can hear from him.
Yeah, hi.
How about Tony?
Yeah,
Tony.
that's all.
Thank you.
So for me, right, correct. I actually what I'm thinking is actually to know what actually you do to take this COVID-19 as a opportunity lah. Then how you pivot the point from risk to opportunity lah. This is what I'm interested to know. Yeah, thanks.
So maybe Charles later will answer your question, following question later. So now, Charles, maybe you would like to introduce about yourself, like who are you, and also how you started your journey so far.
Okay, so definitely I'll keep both of these questions in mind. My name is Charles Chan. I think you can see from the bottom left, my name is there. So behind me is one of the marketing agency that I lead, which is one of the marketing executives there. I also have my own marketing agency that I set up. It's called the Digital Space. So running through my memory lane, how I actually started all this journey. Maybe I'll start off when I was very young. I think definitely all these events in my life inspired me one way or another. So I was born in a family that is not very wealthy. So since young, I know about the value of money. Money is very important. Even though they say money is not everything, but you can't survive without money. So that's very important. So I actually witnessed my parents struggle financially until who they are today. So they are all corporate people. They work very hard for a living. Salary man, can call it salary man, salary woman. So back then I know that if I need to succeed, I must study very hard. So when I was in primary school, I studied very hard. I end up in the top 3 classes, usually getting top 3 positions, either first, second, or third. That was when I'm in primary school. And then when I moved on to secondary school, I also studied very hard. I ended up in the first class. My position was also first, second, or third. So being in the first class, being ranked first, second, and third, meaning that my whole cohort, I'm ranked among first, second, or third, trying to get the best result. Because back in my head, I know that to really become rich, I must study hard. Back then, that was my mindset. So I think during my O-levels, just to boost a bit, I got third out of the whole cohort in my school for secondary school. That's O-levels. And then I move on to A-levels. That's why I know that actually studying is really very tough. I ended up in junior college. Meridian Junior College is very, very tough and the level is very high. So even though I study extremely hard, right, I still end up very average there because the people there were very different. They were even more intelligent than me. They don't study, but they get first. I studied like hell. I still get average back when I was in junior college. So I studied so hard that I think I got quite bad migraine back then. Then I move on to army. I think army is a very good time for me to reflect back on what I was doing. So when I was in army, I started to expose to more things, more events. I started to observe how my cousins, my friends around me, those that are senior than me, they started working, and I realized that they are not as wealthy as what I think they could be if they study very hard. So back then I thought that you get a degree, you'll be very wealthy, you'll be very comfortable in life and stuff And I realized that's not true and that's not happening. So I start to think, what can I do? Hello Vivian. So I start to think, what can I do to ensure that there's a stream of income coming. Hello. Yeah. So I start to think what I can do to ensure a stream of income will come in, passive income, uh, paycheck that is beyond four figures, 5 figures. And I thought very hard. And the only thing I can come up with is entrepreneurship. So I picked up two books when I was in army. The first book was Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And the second book was Think and Grow Rich. So Rich Dad Poor Dad is something that is very engaging. I think Robert Kiyosaki wrote in a very story-like manner. I really enjoyed that book. Think and Grow Rich is very theory-based. It's like I'm reading a textbook on how to be rich. But both are important. And I think the book that really impacted me the most in terms of theory and mindset was Think and Grow Rich. No, not Think, correct, Think and Grow Rich. Robert Kiyosaki book, Think Rich Dad Poor Dad, it just gives me examples of how I can apply Think and Grow Rich theories to my life. So that's why I officially started. So when I started out, it wasn't easy, the journey, because I wasn't somebody that knows how to speak eloquently. In fact, I'm quite an introvert. Yeah. So I don't speak much. I can't express my thoughts much as well. So if you ask me to write, I think isn't an issue. You ask me to memorize stuff, I think isn't an issue. You ask me to think on the spot, say something, think of creative ideas, what business plans and stuff is impossible. I can only tell you the definition of what is atoms, electrons, neutrons, all the academic stuff. So, so I started out. So when I started out, I was thinking, hey, I'm starting a business. Maybe I can get my friends to support me. I tell all my friends, all my JC friends, my secondary school friends, and the first response I gotten from them is, Charles, did you got scammed? Are you being serious? Are you sure this is you or not? So these are the replies that I gotten. I was very surprised how come I get this response. Then I realized one thing, because I studied too hard when I was in school. So what they had in mind was, I won't be going to entrepreneurship, and most of the teacher, educator, or researcher or scientist. So this is the, can call it, impression that I give to them. So when I was in entrepreneurship, the first 2 years was very tough. Why is it tough? Because I have to train back from fundamental in terms of how I think, how I speak, how I position myself, my image, every single thing. So all the nitty-gritty details. It's like a baby learning how to walk. A baby when I first started my entrepreneurship journey, I was 19 years old back then. So a lot of things I don't know. Even I got scammed, I also don't know. I still trust the person. I think lost a few thousands here and there. But later I realized that shape my growth. So fast forward after that very gruesome 2 years fundamental training in business or entrepreneurship. 21 years old, that's where I started officially to network outside. So 21 years old was when I first started my university year one. So I was thinking that, hey, I can have two paths. First path is I focus purely or everything on study. So should I be a good student? I go to lectures, I do my tutorials, I do what I was doing back in JC. Should I do that? Or should I do something else? don't focus everything on university, but I'm in already. I have to go through it. I have to at least get a degree. So I made a decision. I decided to not just focus everything on uni, not to enjoy university life. So university life to me is not, I didn't enjoy it, or should I say, uh, that journey actually helped make me who I am. Why? Because during that period of time, that 4 years, I didn't go to much tutorial. I didn't go to much lecture. Instead, I skipped all these lessons to go to networking events. So I go to events like BNI. I go to these newly created networking event, but I think no more already. It was called B2B2C Club.
Mm.
Yeah. And a lot of random networking events. So every single tutorial or lectures, I'll prioritize networking event. I won't really prioritize my studies. So I'll study very last minute, trying to get the passable grades. So I wasn't studying much. I go lectures, I will fall asleep. I cannot focus. So even when I was young in primary school, secondary school, I listened to my teachers talk, I will sleep. So even the teachers is very engaging, they share a lot of interesting story, I will still fall asleep. So I cannot listen to long lectures. Even until now, I think you can ask Tony. Yeah, can vouch for that. I just keep sleeping. I don't know why. So end up I always need to study harder because I need to catch up with my schoolwork when I was young. So when I was in uni, I realized no point I go lecture because I was still fall asleep. So myself don't go. Tutorials, I will just find a way to complete it without going for lectures. So when I was so back then when I was 21 to the 4 years journey, I was balancing between studying and networking. I didn't take up any CCAs. I didn't go to any orientation camps. I didn't have much university friends because I feel that that might be a distraction to me. Instead, I go and expand my network to professionals, to business owners. So I networked for a full 4 years, and I'm glad that I did it. Yeah, because now I have a business community outside of networks because of what I did when I was 21. So if at that point of time I fully focus on study, I don't think I have that resource. And I don't think I can network more. I think that's how I get to know Diana. That's how I get to know the rest of the people because of my decision to want to network when I was 21. If not, I don't have this resource. So when I was networking, I wasn't very well trained in entrepreneurship as well. I still get scammed, still get cheated in terms of money, clients' expectation, not met, a lot of things, and all these things I think shaped me and grew me to who I am.
Mm.
So after degree, after I graduated from degree, anyway, last year of no, not last year, last semester. That's why I feel that okay, at least I get a nice grade. Why? Because in engineering, it's compulsory for you to study honors. So lucky or not, it's 4 years. I cannot graduate in 3 years time. So if I don't get honors, I'm wasting my money and waste 1 year. So I was thinking, why don't I aim for the minimum honors, which is third class? So my GPA started with 2.6 lah. I cannot get honors when I was year one. So every single year my GPA increased, not decreased. I never maintained it, always increased bit by bit until when I was in the last year, right? I think I got 3.02. Yeah, 3.02. So heng heng, I get my honors. Yeah, third class honors. At least it's the honors. I can tell people that I'm an honors student. Yeah. I need to tell them it's which class. So so I finally finished my degree already. So after finishing my degree and all these things, that's why I feel that no, I have this resource, I have this network. What can I do? I think that was when I actually met you know, I met Tony. So learn some stuff from him, learn how he actually started his journey and all these things. And after many experiences and observing the market, I realized the business today is very different from the business in the past. And this is something that I didn't realize earlier. I started to realize only until then, which was the year 2019. 2019, I realized that. And that's why I started to focus all my attention on this thing called database. Yeah. So most of my businesses, I am looking more to database first than revenue first. Because I know that this is going to be the next big thing. companies would want to work with companies, not with huge revenue only, but also with good databases. So I shaped my business in a way that I focus on databases. I first started out with a freelancer program, helping individuals to make money. And I think it went pretty good. Total today, I have around 300 online freelancers helping me to do projects for my other clients. I then after that start to realize that just basing on freelancer isn't everything. That's where I venture into marketing, more into digital marketing, whereby I can actually help clients to get digital leads for them. Yeah. Then after that, when actually all these digital marketing services I provide to clients, I realized one more issue as well. Okay, either their businesses, products, or services are not design friendly, means they look quite crappy lah. Or if not, their website is not marketing friendly, like it looks very weird as well. So I started to learn how to build my website with Scale Up, with Tony lah. So I think I remember I spent a lot of nights with him learning about the basic thing, how to even edit image and edit words. I don't even know how to navigate all these things lah. So I think today now quite familiar with it. I think I start accepting clients ready to build website for them. So after website, there is marketing service for them. So it's from the start to the end, I provide all these things for clients lah. And I feel very happy about it. And there's a lot of potential for growth for all these things because not only I can help them with marketing, I can help them from the start, which is the website to marketing. Yeah, because marketing usually is at the end lah. So that is my entrepreneurship journey. I don't think that I have the fullest journey yet. I don't say I'm young anymore, but I cannot say that as well. I think a lot of people want to slap me. Anyway, in case you are wondering how old I am, I'm 28 years old this year. So I believe that there is still a lot of experience I yet to experience, a lot of journey I yet to go through, and I really look forward to the remaining years of experience that I can go through and mentors that I can potentially meet along the way. Yeah, so this is how I actually started for my entrepreneurship journey.
Oh, it sounds very long, like since because you started long and also you understand like how you started since when you are academic year, you already know you should start something rather than just follow the traditional way to just work for a full-time job. So a lot of people say that like when you want to manage your business, right, it's the big why that what motivates you. Even though all this you mentioned you started is very tough. So what keeps you motivated? All this, like, have you ever think of like giving up halfway or in this journey so far?
If I say I never thought of giving up, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a big lie. So definitely there's a lot of point in time I feel like giving up. I mean, sometimes I think that, hey, should I just give up all these things and focus on being a good engineer? I studied engineering degree when I was in NUS. Should I just persevere on? But one thing motivates me I think is the events that happened in my past. I know that as a salaryman or woman, right, it is impossible to enjoy the life that I wanted. It is close to impossible. I mean, you work 8 to 5, you climb on the corporate ladder. To even taste that kind of life, you have to work until 40, 50 years old. Then you have a chance to do it. I don't think I have the time to do that. I don't want to take so long to achieve that. So I think that is one of the motivating factors. Plus, I think I'm lucky that at that point of time, I have a very small community of friends that is around my age also, striving to want to do something for themselves. So I think this is what keeps us going because entrepreneurship journey is very lonely. I think Diana mentioned that with a community of friends, that's what keeps entrepreneurship alive, even though it's challenging. Yeah, I think this is something that keeps me going, not just the past events, but be the friends or community around me to keep me going. And technology helps as well. In the past, there wasn't WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp come to my life when I was 19, 20 years old. So that's where when I started my entrepreneurship journey. So because of WhatsApp, I think you can actually remain contactable faster also with people. You can start sending images through WhatsApp and all these things, motivation images. I think all these things help plays a part. The communication, the motivation, inspiration by people through technology.
Okay, thanks. So earlier on, you mentioned about you started from after you graduating from a degree. So you started like doing data, and also eventually until marketing now. So it's like, do you have any like what's the key criteria for you to ensure all your business or ideas is progressing so far?
How I ensure my business and ideas is progressing so far. Uh, I used to have a habit lah. Now I think I hardly have the time. I'll try to do that when I'm free. I will spend time scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed. Okay. But the people that I follow is usually businesses, business articles. Um, my friends that started business. Means I surround myself with business people or business experts. So all these things give me an idea of what is happening in the world, and these are, I think, like what you mentioned, how I can prepare myself for whatever that I'm doing, and or should I say, the key reason or key inspiration of how I do all these things is through the observation of what's happening in the market, and this can be done through information that I gotten from my Facebook. Yeah. So even those common tools that we all have, I tweak it differently. So I don't really follow much of friends. I mean, I do follow food sometimes. I mean, looking at food makes me feel hungry lah. For the Michelin kind of food. But other than that, it's more to business side. So business article, what is happening to the business? This company suddenly become bankrupt. This company, what is happening? Nokia gone, that kind of thing. So I follow all these things. I start to think and observe. And I think this actually helped me with my chain of thoughts.
Oh, that's interesting. So basically, yeah, it's still the social media, but it's the content that you follow is different, more on the news base or the business side based people. So other than Facebook, do you read news
To be honest, I'm a very lazy person. I don't like to read long, lengthy news. So I see headlines, I scroll through, then I see comments, and that's it. One news done, second, third, fourth, fifth. So I don't really read detail or in depth. Unless certain article that is interesting to me, then I'll read more in depth. For example, why Nokia go bust? There's a lot of people that actually write a long essay about it. So it's quite interesting. So usually I don't read from one source. I read from many sources. Why? Because sometimes the journalist might be biased to one side. So I read from a lot of different sources. It will give me a more neutral view of what is happening.
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So my next question will be maybe among your tough journey so far, like what's your struggle in your business, like for example, competitor or any other things that you struggle during the business?
To be honest, I don't think we are very big yet. So I don't think that I have competitions because I don't say that I don't have competition. Definitely there's competition. But I think I'm still very new. I don't think I am facing customer running away from me to another side. Why? Because the number of customer coming is already not enough. I think potentially is the outreach issue lah. How do I actually outreach this brand to more people to spread awareness about myself? I think this is the issue. Yet balancing costs at the same time. I mean the strategy is all there out there in the world. The secrets are all revealed already. So business is no longer, it's a secret thing. I don't know. Everybody know what is the secret, but the question is, how can I achieve it without going bust lah? So how can I balance my costs yet achieve that kind of result? Everybody knows what to do. Paid ads, social media, marketing, SEO, SEM. These are all very common terms. Everybody knows what to do. But the thing is, how do I balance costs yet achieve that kind of result? I think that's the most challenging factor for myself.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this issue is like everyone is facing the same, like how to brand yourself, how to outreach people. So how about is like let's say in your industry, how about the market trend? Is it something that you should take note of in your industry?
in my industry, because I move on to database and digital marketing, I can say that this is a growing trend in Asia. More and more people are looking at it. COVID-19 is a booster for this thing. Without COVID-19, I think many businesses are still doing what they are normally doing. So some clients that I have, they are looking to digitalize their business. They were running traditional business in the past. Their mindset has changed already. They know that a lot of things are uncertain. I feel that because of COVID-19 help, even after this pandemic is over, right, business owners will still want to look for ways to digitalize their business. They'll know that it's no longer safe to do what they are currently doing now. Even they have good offline presence, they will want online presence as well. And I think this is a good help to my industry. Even though it's a bad pandemic, COVID-19 killed many people, but in terms of digital business, it helped a bit. It forces people to look into digital business. If not, business will really suffer a lot.
So during this period, like this lockdown period, it doesn't really affect your business so far?
So far, I'm home. Most of the services I can provide to clients, I don't really have to meet them face to face or travel. I can do with a laptop. So uh, I can say that yes and no. Why no? Because it didn't affect me much because I still can actually provide services from them from home or Zoom meetings to actually meet them and help them actually get such services. Uh, it might affect yes, more to the traditional side. I used to hold events for companies. Now we can no longer do that. So that side is affected. But in terms of online wise, doesn't affect much.
So do you do any extra, like any other ideas how to compensate what you have lost so far, like the traditional business? So how you approach them during this period?
So for offline events wise, I totally just closed down. I think no point. Uh, Now I'm just focusing more to online, and they are also willing to listen to online strategies now. I mean, even for business owners that's as old as 60 years old, they are more open to this idea. As compared in the past, they'll feel that idea, what digital, what online the strategy always works. Don't need to hear about that. Now, no, they are very open. They are willing to listen to younger people like myself on how we can digitalize their business. Yeah. So that is how I actually combat the offline thing by just closing it down. I just focus more to online.
So focus more on what's more profitable and also looking at the trend currently. That
Yeah, correct.
So we are coming to almost the end of our interview session already. So maybe one last question I have for you is like, if there's one tips that you can advise those who wanted to start their entrepreneurship journey, what will you be advised to them?
For those that want to start their entrepreneurship journey, I would like to emphasize again, if you want doing yourself, it's a very lonely journey, and the probability of giving up is very high. Uh, Especially if you're surrounding yourself with friends that are not in this kind of trip. Reason being, imagine you yourself, you are wanting to go to entrepreneurship. The friends around you are salary men or women. They won't understand what you're doing, and constantly you will definitely share with them about what you are doing because they are your friends. You surround yourself with them. They will always tell you one thing, don't make yourself too stressed, don't be so hard on yourself, just focus back on working. Yeah. But if you surround yourself with another group of person that are doing business, entrepreneurship, they've been through it. Okay, then you want to start your entrepreneurship journey, they'll advise you differently already. To say that I've been through what you've been through, I persevere on, you should persevere, because uh, you will definitely get the fruits of your hard work at the end of the day, even though now it's very tough. So the advice you get is very different depending on who you mix with. So an advice I can give to entrepreneurship that want to start, like myself, how I do it is I surround myself with people whom I want to be, whom are in similar trade industry that I am, or similar trade industry that I want to be in. So I think this helps a lot in terms of the encouragement, the inspiration, or role models, that kind of thing. So that is one important tips lah for a start. Yeah. So I think this group of people will slowly shape your mindset, shape the way that you position yourself, shape your contacts, your networks and connections. So I think Scale is a good community to be in. I mean, all of us are entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs want to be, not salarymen. Salaryman group chat is usually called gossip chat. You gossip about people, you talk bad about people, why my boss like that, why my manager like that, kind of thing. Entrepreneurship group chat is very different. It's more positive because we know the hardship, we know the struggle. So we will just always inspire and encourage each other. So this is the tip I like to give.
Nice. So yeah, I always hear like in the business world, right? Is it correct to say like your networks, your net worth?
Very, very true. Not in terms of monetary, but in terms of their experiences, the values that they can give to you, how they can shape you. I think this is worth much more than money. Yeah. So it's very true lah. Your network is your net worth. So surround yourself with good people, then you will do good. Surround yourself with bad people, then definitely you will learn bad lah.
Okay. So now I would like to open the questions like one who would like to ask any questions from the ground. Anyone you have further questions to ask Charles?
Uncle Charles, do you consider as yourself a successful person?
I'm not uncle yet. I'm still young. Call me brother. Call me my name, can you? No, I don't think I'm successful yet. There's much more experience to learn for myself. So I feel that I can be successful one day, but not now or not yet. Yeah. Anyway, to be honest, right, even the most successful men also won't call themselves successful. Reason being, we don't want to cap ourselves. Maybe I put into a more simple term to understand. It's like, once currently you are primary one, primary two, primary five. Okay, so currently you are primary five now. Correct. So after you finish primary five, what will you be doing next?
I will go and go for additional like supplementary lessons, prepare for my PSLE.
Correct. So you prepare for your primary six. That's your next level, man. Correct. So am I able to say that you are successful in primary five when you are, example, when you are a primary six student, you are successful as a primary five student because you finished primary five, right?
Yeah.
Correct. However, can I say that you are not successful at primary six when you are primary six because you are still learning?
No. I will try my best to pass my PSLE.
Correct. So you'll try to be your best to be successful at primary six now to pass your PSLE. So after primary six, you'll move on to secondary one, then move on to secondary two. So you'll be successful at that level, but then you have to move on. Then you won't be successful at the next level really. So to put into business terms is unlike when we are young, right? There is a cap for us. It is all being done out for us already lah. So we know primary one, primary two, primary three, primary four, primary five, primary six. But in business, there's no stages, so we determine the stages ourselves. So I can say that I don't think I'm successful now. Maybe if you talk about my stage previously, then I'm successful at that stage lah. But now no, because I have much more to learn, and I'm looking forward to moving on to the next stage more and more. Yeah, I hope I can answer you. Try my best to make it simple. Anyway, what's your name again? I think I asked about your name before. Can't remember.
Bernard, see my name here. Okay, let me.
Oh, Bernard. Oh. Hello. I still remember when I was in primary five. I studied very hard.
Bernard.
Remember when I was in primary five? I think I learned science. Is it? I learned science then. General science. I enjoyed my primary school life. talking about primary school, maybe just off topic a bit. I once did something quite interesting that I never thought I would do in my life. I'm a model student. You may try not to learn this thing from me. Then. So what I did was, there was a period of time during our so-called Finnish PSLE. So by right at that point of time, we're not supposed to bring our electronic games or handheld device then. So that time I spoke to a group of primary school friends. We said, hey, let's try to break the rules since it's going to be last week of school. So we bring our handheld device there. Yeah, then really kena caught one person. Then we all damn scared. Faster keep our stuff. Then my heart keep pumping. Jialat. So the teacher checked on that. So
Because I have
luckily,
a question.
sorry,
You-
sorry.
Did any one of you live with your seniors? If you do, you need to practice good hygiene.
Yeah, definitely. I live with my parents.
Your seniors now.
Yeah, I can consider my parents seniors. They're not young anymore.
Okay.
So it's a good chance for Bennett now, to start involving about entrepreneurship at this young age.
Definitely. I think it's good that his surrounding, I think thanks to Vivian, his mom, thanks to your mom, you are getting exposed to the right people at a very young age. Maybe you don't feel it now, but maybe 10 years later when you actually reflect, luckily my mom actually introduced me to this community. It's helping me. Yeah.
Need your participation also.
Oh. Okay.
Any other questions from Tony or Diana?
They are both
Tony
like
is
unknown.
muted.
3 people are unknown now.
Okay.
These 3 people are unknown.
No, this is.
Oh, Jordan is here and Yong Yong. Hi, we are coming to the end of the session already. So far you have
Hello.
questions to ask Charles about how his entrepreneurship journey.
And
Maybe I got one question. Okay, the question is right. So if you face like difficulties in your journey, right, correct? What is the first thing that you have in your mind that is like your big reason not to give up? Just the first thing.
First thing I think of the results I can get at the end of the day if I persevere.
Okay.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. To further elaborate on that, I think that is one of the reasons that keeps you going if you know the end of the tunnel. So that at least you have direction, you know what to do. That's how I actually motivate myself. First thing that comes to mind. Yeah. Second thing that comes to mind is what if I have given up?
Mm.
Yeah. So that's for myself. Everybody has different way of their own motivation. Maybe it's responsibility, maybe a lifestyle that they can give to their family at the end of the day, maybe the kind of mundane lifestyle that they hate.
Mm.
Yeah, so maybe they can actually ambition themselves, getting a round of applause by all their friends for their success. I mean, everybody has different way of their motivation. So for mine, it's more to the results that I can get at the end of the day that keeps me going.
Mm.
I use money as a factor. I'm a money person.
Okay. Can yeah, great. Okay lah, I think Chow Yin, you can carry on. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for answering.
Hi, I see there's a new joining here, like JN. Would you like to introduce or yourself or anything that you like to ask Charles about?
I think he got problem connecting his audio lah. I think it's
I don't think he can hear.
anyway, I think it's an awesome sharing. Yeah.
So maybe we can open the last questions to the ground before we end the session.
I think maybe not much question for me. Yeah. Then I only interested in the COVID-19 the things, right, correct? How you pivot your negative thought, because I believe a lot of companies that you have been with will have some financial problems, then cannot pay you and all these things, right, correct? So how you filter out all these issue so that you won't be inside that type of a situation.
I think luckily because of my industry, my trade is to digitalize businesses. This is one of the so-called things that I don't face as compared to other businesses. I mean, if I'm a supplier supplying products and services, maybe my clients will say that, hey, now business is dead. I don't want to get so much supply. This is what I heard. But because of this COVID-19, people are tightening their budget. But they are also looking to want to digitalize their business to prevent, to, to want to tap on the online market now. So I think this is one of the benefit I have based on my industry. Even though people are tightening their budget, people are feeling negative because of that. They don't want to spend more. But on the other hand, they are also looking to digitalize their businesses because they know that this period of time they can't do much. Might as well restructure the business to make it more digital to benefit their businesses. So I don't think they are affected that much because of the fact that now they are open to digitalizing. So yeah.
Okay, thanks everyone. So this will be the end of our session. And also thanks again, Charles, for sharing to us like what's your success tips so far. But you all still can like ask us the questions from our Facebook page, and we will be having this sharing every Saturday at 11 o'clock. So we will be interviewing from different successor, or it's different entrepreneurs who are in their entrepreneurship. So feel free to join us every Saturday during this period, and this period try to inspire yourself and how you can start your own entrepreneurship as well. So thanks everyone. I'll see you again next Saturday.
Thank you. See you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.